In the vast landscape of human development, the transition from adolescence to adulthood is a crucial rite of passage, marked by challenges and transformations. However, throughout the 20th century, Swiss psychologist Marie-Louise von Franz identified a troubling trend that seemed to challenge this natural progression: the persistent psychological immaturity in many adults. This phenomenon, which she observed with growing concern, suggests that a significant number of individuals remain trapped in a state of emotional and psychological development that should have been overcome in youth. Von Franz, a central figure in analytical psychology and a close collaborator of Carl Jung, dedicated herself to exploring the depths of the human psyche. She realized that amidst the rapid social and cultural changes of the last century, many adults were struggling to find their place in the world, unable to break free from the shackles of adolescence. This immaturity manifests in various ways, from excessive emotional dependence to reluctance to assume responsibilities and commitments typical of adult life. The issue of psychological immaturity is not just an individual problem, but a reflection of a society that often fails to provide the rites of passage and support structures necessary to facilitate this transition. In a world where expectations and pressures are increasingly complex, the ability to mature and adapt becomes essential for personal and collective well-being. In this video, we will explore the roots of this phenomenon, its implications for the individual and society, and the possible avenues for overcoming this psychological barrier. By understanding von Franz's observations, we can begin to unravel the challenges of the Puer Aeternus and seek ways to foster healthier and more balanced development in adulthood. Prepare for a journey of introspection and discovery as we explore the nuances of psychological immaturity and its lasting impact on our lives. At the heart of analytical psychology, we find the intriguing and challenging concept of the Puer Aeternus, a Latin term that translates to eternal child. Introduced by Carl Jung, this archetype describes individuals who, despite reaching adulthood, remain trapped in a psychological state characteristic of adolescence. This condition is not merely a fleeting phase, but rather a persistent pattern that can profoundly influence a person's life, affecting their relationships, choices, and ability to face the challenges of adulthood. The Puer Aeternus is often characterized by a series of behaviors and attitudes that reflect a resistance to maturity. Among the most notable characteristics is the persistence in the psychology of adolescence, where the individual demonstrates a reluctance to take on responsibilities and commitments typical of adult life. This resistance can manifest in a relentless pursuit of new experiences and stimuli, avoiding the stability and routine that often accompany maturity. Another central characteristic of the Puer Aeternus is an exaggerated dependence on the maternal figure. This bond, which should naturally evolve over time, remains intensely strong, creating a psychological barrier that prevents the individual from becoming truly independent. This dependence can manifest in various ways, from a constant search for approval and emotional support to an inability to make autonomous decisions. The result is a life marked by a sense of stagnation, where the potential for personal growth and fulfillment is frequently stifled. Marie-Louise von Franz, with her keen insight and profound understanding of the human psyche, made a prediction that resonated as a warning for future generations: the spread of the problem of the Puer Aeternus in the following decades, especially among men in the Western world. This prediction, far from being a mere academic observation, reflects a genuine concern about the implications of a society that increasingly seems to nurture and perpetuate psychological immaturity. Von Franz observed that the social and cultural changes of the 20th century, including increasing urbanization, the fragmentation of traditional family structures, and the emphasis on individualism, created fertile ground for the emergence of the Puer Aeternus. In a world where expectations of success and personal fulfillment are frequently defined by external and superficial standards, many men find themselves trapped in a cycle of relentless pursuit of momentary pleasure and instant gratification, avoiding the challenges and responsibilities that accompany maturity. The consequences of this spread are profound and multifaceted. In the academic realm, Many young people face difficulties in committing to their studies, frequently abandoning courses or changing direction in search of something that satisfies their immediate needs. Socially, this immaturity can lead to superficial and unstable relationships, where the capacity to form deep and lasting bonds is compromised. Spiritually, the lack of purpose and direction can result in an existential void, where the search for meaning is replaced by fleeting distractions. Economically, the continued dependence on parents and the inability to establish financial independence can create a cycle of dependence that perpetuates throughout adulthood. This dependence is not only financial, but also emotional, where the security and comfort provided by the family replace the need to confront and overcome the challenges of the real world. In the sexual aspect, the pursuit of momentary pleasure can lead to fleeting and unsatisfactory relationships, where intimacy and genuine connection are sacrificed for the sake of fleeting experiences. Von Franz's prediction challenges us to confront these realities and seek ways to break free from the patterns that perpetuate the Puer Aeternus. By understanding the roots and consequences of this phenomenon, we can begin to build paths toward healthier and more balanced development, where maturity and responsibility are viewed not as burdens, but as opportunities for growth and personal fulfillment. In this video, we will explore how we can confront and overcome the challenges of the Puer Aeternus, promoting a society where maturity is valued and cultivated. The psychological analysis of the eternal boy phenomenon, or Puer Aeternus, is a rich and complex field that draws upon the contributions of some of the most influential thinkers in modern psychology, including Carl Jung, Sigmund Freud, and Marie-Louise von Franz. Each of these theorists brought a unique perspective to understanding the internal dynamics that keep many men trapped in a state of psychological immaturity, unable to fully realize their potential in adulthood. Carl Jung, with his theory of archetypes, introduced the concept of the Puer Aeternus as a figure symbolizing eternal youth and resistance to growth. For Jung, the Puer represents both creative potential and the tendency to avoid adult responsibilities. This duality is central to understanding why some individuals remain trapped in this state, oscillating between the desire for freedom and the need for structure. Sigmund Freud, in turn, offered valuable insights into the family dynamics that can contribute to the development of the Puer Aeternus. His theory of the Oedipus complex highlights the importance of parental relationships in the formation of individual identity and maturity. Freud suggested that an excessively strong bond with the mother figure can hinder the development of an independent adult identity, a theme that strongly resonates with the concept of the maternal complex. Marie-Louise von Franz expanded on these ideas, emphasizing the role of the maternal complex in perpetuating the Puer Aeternus. She described how an intimate and often symbiotic relationship with the mother can create a resistant psychological bond, hindering maturation. This maternal complex does not refer solely to the mother's physical presence, but to the internalization of her influence, which can manifest as an internal voice that discourages independence and autonomy. The maternal complex can manifest in various ways, from a constant search for maternal approval to an inability to make decisions without consulting the mother figure. This emotional dependence can create a cycle of insecurity and fear of failure, where the individual avoids risks and challenges that are essential for personal growth. In many cases, the boy man may seek substitutes for the mother figure in their relationships, perpetuating patterns of dependence and avoidance. The psychological analysis of the man-child invites us to explore the deep roots of immaturity and to recognize the patterns that keep us trapped. By understanding the influences of Jung, Freud, von Franz, and others, we can begin to unveil the complexities of the eternal youth and seek ways to break free from these limitations. In this video, we will delve deeper into our understanding of these dynamics and explore strategies to promote healthier and more balanced development, where maturity and independence are achieved and valued. In the complex process of human maturation, the role of parents is fundamental in guiding and supporting their children in the transition from childhood to adulthood. The family dynamic, composed of different influences and functions, plays a crucial role in shaping identity and an individual's ability to become independent and responsible. In this context, the function of parents and the importance of initiation rites emerge as central elements in overcoming the state of eternal youth. Mothers, traditionally, are seen as the figures who offer affection and empathy. They create an environment of emotional security where the child can develop a sense of confidence and self-esteem. This support is essential in the early years of life, when the child is forming their first emotional and social connections. However, as the child grows, it is crucial that this relationship evolves, allowing the young person to begin exploring the world independently. Fathers, on the other hand, are often associated with guidance and encouragement of independence. They play a vital role in challenging their children to step outside their comfort zone, encouraging them to face challenges and make decisions on their own. This guidance is essential for developing the practical and emotional skills necessary in adulthood. The presence of a father figure who promotes autonomy can help balance the influence of the mother, preventing the formation of an excessively dependent bond. Beyond parental functions, initiation rites play a symbolic and practical role in maturation. Mircea Eliade, a renowned historian of religions, highlighted the importance of these rites as a symbolic separation from the mother, marking the transition from a state of dependence to one of autonomy. In many cultures, initiation rites are ceremonies that symbolize entry into adulthood, where the young person is challenged to prove their ability to face the world on their own. These rites, which can range from religious ceremonies to physical or mental challenges, serve as a milestone in the individual's life, signaling that they are ready to assume new responsibilities and roles in society. The absence of such rites in many modern societies can contribute to the perpetuation of the Puer Aeternus, where the lack of a clear transition moment leaves many trapped in a state of immaturity. The role of fathers and the importance of initiation rites are fundamental to understanding how we can help young people overcome the Puer Aeternus. By promoting a healthy balance between affection and guidance, and by reintroducing significant rites of passage, we can create an environment that encourages growth and maturity. In this video, we will explore how these dynamics can be applied in modern life, helping to form individuals who are not only adults in age, but also in maturity and responsibility. The absence of father figures in the lives of many young people is a deeply resonant issue in the analysis of the Puer Aeternus phenomenon. In a revealing study, only 17% of American men reported having a positive relationship with their fathers, highlighting a significant gap in family dynamics that can have lasting consequences on the psychological and emotional development of children. This absence does not just refer to physical presence, but also to the lack of emotional involvement and guidance that are crucial for healthy maturation. The traditional father figure plays a vital role in preparing young people to face the challenges of adult life. Fathers are often seen as role models, offering guidance, discipline, and encouragement for independence. When this figure is absent or perceived negatively, young people may feel helpless, lacking a clear example of how to navigate the complexities of adult life. This lack of guidance can lead to a sense of insecurity and hesitation in taking on responsibilities, perpetuating a state of perpetual adolescence. The absence of a positive father figure can also result in mothers often taking on a hyperprotective role. In an attempt to compensate for the lack of a present father, these mothers may create an environment where security and comfort are prioritized above independence and autonomy. While well-intentioned, this overprotection can prevent young people from developing the necessary skills to face challenges and make decisions independently. The result is a generation of individuals who, despite being adults in age, remain emotionally dependent and reluctant to venture outside their comfort zones. This family dynamic can have a profound impact on the ability of young people to become fully functional and responsible adults. Without the balancing presence of a father figure, many may struggle to find their place in the world, constantly seeking approval and avoiding risks that are essential for personal growth. The lack of cultural fathers, or figures who can serve as mentors and guides, further aggravates this situation, leaving young people without a clear roadmap to adulthood. Overcoming the maternal complex is a crucial step for those seeking to break free from the state of Puer Aeternus and achieve full maturity. This complex, characterized by an intense and often suffocating emotional bond with the maternal figure, can create significant barriers to personal development and independence. For many, the journey to overcome this complex involves facing a series of challenges that are both internal and external. One of the main challenges is the need to venture out alone, to move away from the comfort and security provided by the maternal relationship. This step is essential for personal growth, as it allows the individual to explore their own capabilities and limits. Venturing out alone implies being willing to fail, to make mistakes, and more importantly, to learn from these experiences. Failure, often seen as something to be avoided, is actually a powerful learning tool that can strengthen resilience and self-confidence. However, the path to independence is often threatened by the spirit of regression, an unconscious desire to return to the state of safety and protection offered by the mother. This regressive impulse can be particularly strong in times of uncertainty or difficulty, when the outside world seems overwhelming. Remaining emotionally and psychologically attached to the mother can prevent the individual from evolving and taking control of their own life. The danger of the spirit of regression lies in its ability to create an illusion of safety, where dependency is mistaken for comfort. To overcome the maternal complex, it is necessary to recognize and confront this impulse, developing the courage to face the unknown and to assert oneself as an autonomous individual. This can involve seeking new experiences, building healthy relationships, and defining personal goals that encourage growth and self-sufficiency. As we reach the end of this exploration into the challenge of the Puer Aeternus, it is essential to reflect on the importance of confronting the issue of immaturity with courage and honesty. Psychological immaturity, although often invisible, exerts a powerful influence on our lives, shaping our decisions, relationships, and ultimately, our potential for personal fulfillment. Recognizing and confronting this immaturity is a vital step for any individual seeking to grow and evolve in an increasingly complex and demanding world. The journey to overcome the Puer Aeternus is not easy, but it is one of the most rewarding we can undertake. It involves a commitment to self-knowledge, a willingness to face our fears, and a determination to break free from patterns that keep us trapped. In doing so, we not only free ourselves from the limitations of the past, but also pave the way for a future filled with possibilities and achievements. In this video, we explore the roots and manifestations of the Puer Aeternus, from the influence of family dynamics to the importance of rites of passage and overcoming the maternal complex. Each of these elements offers valuable insights into how we can promote healthier and more balanced development, both individually and collectively. By understanding these dynamics, we can begin to build a society that values maturity and responsibility, where each individual is encouraged to reach their full potential. Now, we invite you to join us on this mission of awareness and transformation. If this video resonated with you, if it brought new perspectives or inspired reflection, we ask that you subscribe to our channel, like and share this content with friends and family. By doing this, you help us spread this important message, reaching more people who can benefit from this discussion.